Podcast downloads took a hit in the early days of the pandemic, but they are bouncing back big time. Podcast advertising is expected to hit $782 million this year, and it's on its way to passing the $1 billion mark by 2021. I talked with Giselle Ugarte, marketing director for MediaBridge Advertising, about the popularity of the podcast. We'll start with the first question, Giselle. How has the pandemic changed people's listening habits?
People are definitely still listening to the radio and definitely to podcasts too, but they're listening in a different way. So Jeff, previously where people would typically listen for spans of say 10 to 15 minutes at a time, because that is maybe their commute every morning. For some people, they still haven't gotten their commute back. Now they can listen on their smart speakers all day long and without any sort of interruption. So with that, they're getting even closer to perhaps their favorite morning shows or some of their favorite podcasts, which in some cases are bingeable. And so with that audio world is here to stay, and that makes us at MediaBridge really happy.
So podcasts obviously popular, more popular with listeners, but why is that popularity also gaining with advertisers?
Well, here's the thing. With podcasts, typically what you will hear for an advertisement is what we like to call a read. And what that is, it's when a host, an endorser, a personality puts the advertisement in their own words. And so they're not just doing a script where they're reading verbatim a tagline or a phrase. They're actually talking about how they're using it. And so oftentimes what ends up happening is you don't even realize that it's an ad because it feels like it is organically part of the show. And so one of the reasons why advertisers love that so much, and even audiences love it so much, is because it feels natural and it goes along the grain of trusting that listener who you constantly tune in for, who you believe that they wouldn't endorse a product unless they actually used it. And if they're talking about how they use it, then it puts yourself into those shoes as well. And so that's something that we have been preaching at MediaBridge for years and years and years. It's actually how I even got associated with the company, is because I was on the radio and I was an endorser, and I never wanted to endorse products that I didn't actually use and that I could put my own words to. And so if you're able to build that trust with your listeners and make them feel like they're not even sitting through an advertisement, then they're not going to want to skip through that commercial.
There are thousands of podcasters, maybe even more than thousands, including many people who have just bought the equipment themselves. Can someone who just got the microphone and the recording equipment and just their home laptop or computer setup, can they get into the advertising aspect of podcasting as well?
You know, Jeff, I would even say possibly before that point. It really is what you make of it. If you were to start a business, you can always seek out investors. And so if your business is podcasting, then maybe you get someone to sponsor that equipment or to sponsor that studio or sponsor that studio time. But also what we're seeing is that you can monetize in more ways than, say, a big show sponsor, but you can get advertisers in the same way that I just talked to you about. But also something that we're seeing a lot with our clients, and even something that we're doing with our own podcast, The Call to Action, is that in some ways, by having these interviews and conversations and simply that curiosity, it's an opportunity for you to reach out to someone for no other reason other than to just get to know them better and give them an opportunity and a platform to spread their message. And so what you can do is, you're not necessarily asking for money directly, but that could be a future client or a future partner or just a future best friend. And that is one of those things that's priceless.
So we've seen the amount of listeners grow. Now we've seen the advertisers putting the money into it. Is it safe to say that, podcasts are here to stay, that they're the future maybe a little of just how we absorb this type of medium?
1000%. I mean, honestly, we often joke that podcasts really are just a morning show on demand. People love that connection. People love the personalities. I mean, let's be honest, some of our morning show hosts here in Minneapolis have been here for decades in some cases. And so what you're getting with podcasts is simply one more way that you can connect with people. And you don't have to listen live. In fact, you can even listen from all over the world. And so podcasts are absolutely here to stay. And you don't need talent. You don't need a whole studio. You don't need training. All you need is just that desire and curiosity to get going. And we're definitely someone who we can help you with that equipment or with that production aspect or with that advertising aspect, or you can do it by yourself right at home.
And maybe this will give them that boost to finally invest in themselves. Thank you so much for having some time for us today, Giselle. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Jeff.